Good morning, student. Now in this lecture we are going to see the concept of parallel computing. Parallel computing, as it is clear from the name, that means more than one program. See here, parallel computing refers to the simultaneous working of multiple processors to solve a computational problem. As it is clear from the name parallel computing, that means there are more than one program or there are more than one process can be done simultaneously with the same time. Now, parallel computing refers to simultaneously working of multiprocessors. That means the single problem can be executed by using multiple processes to solve the computational problem. Now, in parallel computing system, how does it work? First of all, a problem is broken into discrete but independent parts that can run simultaneously. That means a big problem or a big program is going to divide it into some small subpart of that program, and each subpart are independent to each other. That means there is no dependency on any unit, and all the units are going to be executed by the different processors, but all the subpart are going to process simultaneously. That means they are going to together processing by different processor. This is the also called the concept of multiprocessing. That means more than one processor are going to solve or execute the computational problem. Now, how can we achieve or do parallel computing? In what manner we can do the parallel computing? There are two methods. There are two ways. There are two methods to achieve parallel computing. First one is single computer and multiple processor. And second one is multiple computer connected to network. That means now we are going to achieve the parallel computing in two ways. First one is single computer with multiple processor that can use in parallel computing, and second one is the more than one computer, that means multiple computer connected to a network and are going to solve the different sub part of the problem. These two ways can be achieved the parallel computing. Now you can see the example of the parallel computing. Here we are going to calculate and print grade card of for 10 student. That means there is one problem. Our problem is to print the grade of 10 student. This is the single problem. Now if we are going to achieve this on a single processor, here if we are going to achieve this by using single processor, that means there is a single processor and all the grade one by one can be printed. That means first student of grade is going to print, then second student of grade and going to print. That means it takes 10 millisecond. If we are going to assume 1 millisecond for each grade to print each grade, then it takes 10 millisecond, but and the process is going to done it by 10 times. But in parallel computing we have divided the problem into sub part. That means we have divided all the 10 grade into 10 parts, and all the 10 processors are used to print the 10 grade card for the student. Here grade 1 student of grade 1 is going to print by processor 1, grade 2 going to process by processor 2, and so on. 10th grade is going to processed by processor 10, and this take complete all the time in 1 millisecond. According to our assumption, here we are going to work it by 10 millisecond, but here it takes 1 millisecond. That means 1 of 10th time, 1 upon 10th time of the, in comparison to serial computing. When we are going to execute the process one by one, this is called serial computing. And when we are going to solve the big problem, big computational program into sub part and more than one, with the help of more than one processor, then it is called parallel computing. Now I hope there is no confusion about or regarding parallel computing. So in simple way you can say that one problem can be going to divided into many, more than one problem. That means a single problem going to divided into sub small part of the program, and that is going to be processed by more than one processor at the same time. That means together computing of all the sub part of the program. This is called parallel computing. Now when we are going to divide sub part, sub part are small part, sub parts are called thread. When we are going to divide a problem or program into some small parts, that was called thread. Threads are the sub part of the problem as an independent unit. Now this process of dividing a program into sub part is called threading. This concept mechanism is called threading, and the small part of the program is called thread. Now what are the advantage of the thread? Advantage of threading or parallel computing: it's time saving, efficient use of the all resources of computer system, efficient use of resources, and cost saving. Now our next topic is cloud computing from this chapter, and cloud storage or cloud computing. This topic is already covered in the networking chapter. So I hope there is no confusion in parallel computing and you have clear concept of parallel computing and threading. Now thank you for watching today. Have a nice day.